Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today I'm going to be showing you my suspension and setup changes that I make with the bikes in Superbike 22. Now these are very small adjustments, but it just helps me become that little bit quicker and helps the bikes move how I prefer to use them. So the changes are going to be in the suspension only for this particular video. I haven't really dabbled with any of the other ones nor really found much of an improvement, but removing the suspension and putting it down to the lowest setting helps me maneuver the bike in a different way. It's a more agile bike, it has a bit more grip on the acceleration rather than slipping and skipping. The same can be said for the brakes as well. Now of course if you want to change that, go ahead. I'm not telling you this is the key to it all. What I'm just saying is this is how I use the settings to my advantage to gain a little bit better speed in Superbike 22. Now here in Misano I don't really change transmission much, but here in Misano I did find dropping the 5th gear down to the 3rd passing the gear ratio helped me a little bit with the faster corners such as Cavone and going into Tremonto for example. Now for the front brake discs, I do prefer the brake disc at 12 inch. Whether it's the high mass or whether it's the standard low mass, either or feels pretty good. 13 inch is better for some occasions, but I've resonated more with 12 inch for now, so I would advise sticking for 12 inch and definitely changing it as you go. Electronic settings are as follows. I'm going to drop the traction control down to 2, engine brake will be removed to 3, and anti-wheelie will also be down to 3, and power setting will be changed as the races progress. But let me just reiterate to you guys, this is my setup, this is what works for me. This may not necessarily work for you and you may want to try some others, so I would highly recommend you try the game's recommended setup. By pressing the X button on Xbox or square button on PlayStation, you can get this option to have a completely recommended setup for the track and for the bike that you're using at this particular time. So into the suspension settings, you will see that things have changed. Vehicle geometry has changed ever so slightly, the transmission has been back to its default, and the braking system has been advised to use a different style braking disc. Now you can actually go into each individual section itself and choose the recommended amount, and I did find that choosing the recommended setting itself, as in going into suspension and then pressing the R2 button, it does give you a different option. So you can actually follow this one with a little red line to tell you how much to improve or increase or decrease, and then some of them is just going to take it all for you and do it completely by pressing the square button. Now something I want to reiterate as well is that this is not a quick fix. If you are struggling with the game and you can't seem to get the bike stopped, this is not going to just solve your problems in one thing. You do need to spend a bit of time with this game, learn the bikes, get a feeling for each bike, get a feeling for the tyres, and also get a feeling for each setting in this game. So we've reloaded the settings once again, and now it's time to tackle Misano. Now as I mentioned earlier, my settings are to give me a more nimble and agile bike, to get the bike really moving in the corners and also have the stability under acceleration and under braking. Now those 2 points are very important, but I do like to obviously push the bike a little bit and slide it around sometimes, and you can still do that with pretty much whatever setting you choose. This again is not going to be the be all and end all to fix everything. This is just something that I find that has helped me maneuver the bikes around, whether that's the Kawasaki, the BMW, the Honda, the Ducati, or even the Yamaha. All of these setup changes that I've done seem to work pretty well with each of the bikes. Now this bike can be classed as somewhat of a glass cannon. It's good in certain tracks, but the bumpier ones with a lot of dips and maybe some undulation can struggle a bit and get a little bit out of control, so bear that in mind if you are finding it works in the likes of Misano, but may not work so much in a track like Portimao. But finally guys, don't hesitate to use the recommended setup, try mine as well, and just have a little bit of a tweak and a play. Once again, this is not a quick fix, it's not going to change everything, but if you can just get a bit more confidence and find a bit more speed, then life's going to be good. Well guys, upon that note, thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you've enjoyed, and I do hope this video has helped. If you're looking for more guides and videos on Superbike 22, then I'm your man, so hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. So like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.